Hello, and in this video we'll look at this Part 2 cue card. Describe a time when you received money as a gift. Remember to watch until the end because there'll be a quiz and this will help you to remember some great words and phrases. Let's take a look. When I was growing up, try to get some past continuous in your answer. IELTS candidates who use the past continuous are more likely to get bands 6, 7, 8, 9. When I was growing up, I would get. I used to love birthdays, and I've also used I would get. I used to love birthdays, that's a condition, a state. I would get a repeated action in the past. I would get. I had asked for, past perfect. So in the first sentence, we've got 3, maybe 4, because we've got used to as well, great examples of complex grammar. The IELTS examiner will be impressed. I had asked for something that happened before another action in the past. So I asked before my birthday. I had asked for. Tricky, difficult. Tricky. Suitable, a possible gift, an appropriate gift. Suitable. A gift card, this is money that's on a card that you can use to pay for goods or services. So maybe somebody gives you a $20 gift card. To pester, we often use this verb to describe children who are repeatedly asking their parents for something. Can I have some money? Can I have some sweets? Can I have an ice cream? But here I'm using it to describe my parents who kept pestering me to tell them what I wanted. So they kept saying, what do you want for your birthday? What can we buy you for your birthday? We want to get you a birthday present. What can we get you? To pester. Obviously, when you're going to say something that's very obvious, very clear, that almost you don't really need to say it. Obviously. Close family would not feel comfortable with. They would not be happy about. Not feel comfortable with. And such like. So instead of just saying chocolates and books and socks, chocolates and such like, etc. Other similar things. Vulgar. If something's vulgar, it's a bit rude. It's a bit bad-mannered. It's not a nice thing to say. So I won't say how much it was because it is vulgar to talk about money, isn't it? It's rude. Delighted, very happy. Delighted. Left over, if there is food left over or there is money left over, it means it's left, it's remaining. There's some extra. Left over. My parents aren't particularly well off. Not very. Try to use more complex adverbs than very. Aren't particularly well off. Well off means rich. So here I'm saying they're not very rich. Aren't particularly well off. If I refused, if I said no, I don't want the money. Refused. Offended. If someone is offended, they're unhappy and annoyed because you've done something or said something that upsets them. Offended. So I gratefully accepted. I said, oh, thank you so much. That's really nice. Gratefully, showing lots of appreciation and thanks. Gratefully. To infuriate, when somebody does something that makes you very angry. My brother does this and it infuriates me. I get very angry. It annoys me. Infuriate. Hard-earned money. It's money that people have worked hard to get. Hard-earned money. To squander something on something, a great verb that you could also use in writing. And if you squander money, you waste money. He just squanders it on Fortnite. He uses it for online games. Squander. To squander something on something. Now I'll read through the model answer so you can hear these great words and phrases being used. When I was growing up, I used to love birthdays and special occasions such as Christmas. as I would get all the toys and books that I had asked for. But as you get older, you have everything you need, so it becomes tricky for people to find suitable gifts. Because of this, whenever I am given a present now, it is often cash or a gift card. It was my birthday last month, and my parents kept pestering me to tell them what I wanted. But, as usual, there was absolutely nothing that I wanted or needed. Obviously, close family would not feel comfortable with giving me nothing, so on my birthday there were a few small gifts such as chocolates and such like, but my main present was money. I won't say how much it was, because it is vulgar to talk about money, isn't it? I was delighted to receive it, because I have been saving up for my holiday, and this money will help pay for the holiday, and there will be some left over for spending money. I do feel bad, because my parents aren't particularly well off, but I know that if I refused the money, they would be hurt and offended, so I gratefully accepted it. I feel that when someone gives you money as a present, it is important to buy something special or do something with it, such as go on holiday, rather than wasting it on things such as online gaming. My brother does this, and it infuriates me, because it is my parents' hard-earned money, and he just squanders it on Fortnite. Okay, let's do the quiz and see what you can remember. How can we say it's rude, it's bad-mannered? I talking about how much money I got. Vulgar. Vulgar. Which verb means to say no? So, to say no to the money. To refuse. To refuse. How can we say unhappy and annoyed? So if I refused the money, my parents would be offended. Offended. How can we say to repeatedly ask something or for something? To pester. A great phrase for IELTS writing is pester power. Children use pester power. They keep asking for things and then you give them it. Pester power. To pester. How can you say to waste money? To squander. And you squander money on something. To squander. How can we say and other similar things? And such like. So a great way to finish a list. And such like. How can you say difficult? Tricky. Tricky. How can you say they worked hard to get it? You could use this in writing as well. Hard-earned money. Hard-earned money. How can you say rich? Well off. You could also use this in writing and you can use it as a noun. The well off. And finally, how can you say remaining? Left over. So I paid for the holiday and had some money left over.